3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to UCTV. This week we have some very interesting topics from the Stuco elections all the way to the parking lot situation.
Actually, we didn't get to that, but that could be a topic for next week. As you can see, me and Kylie are anchors again this week, and we are super excited to be hosting UCTV. Let's roll into the intro. Sorry about the same old intro, but we haven't gotten around to making a new one.
Now, if you're wanting to participate in FCA, the meeting will be held every Monday morning at 7:30 in Miss McReynolds' room.
On a different subject, let's send it off to Beto with the latest updates about the elementary school.
Thank you, Kylie and Seth. One thing we're going to try to do more this year are elementary updates. So if any elementary teachers know upcoming events, please let us know. With that being said, the elementary has some exciting news. Beginning soon, new electives for pre-K through 4th grade will begin. These will include art, music, and Spanish. Also, this Friday, vision screenings for pre-K through 8th graders. Just a reminder, if there is anything you all think is newsworthy over in the elementary, please let us know. It is hard for us to get out of classroom and come over, but it is our goal and mission to cover all important info over in the elementary.
Thanks, Beto. It's exciting that elementary will have electives this year.
The yearbook deadline is October 1st, so be sure to get your yearbook order in. One of our field reporters has some information, so let's send it to him.
Girl Scout Troop 358 has recently came to Union City to help with Operation Awareness. We have these QR codes that you can scan at any time if you are having any problems, or you can always ask a teacher for some help. They have cancer, bullying, ADHD, domestic violence, eating disorders, mental health, Tourette's, first aid, and epilepsy. If you guys had any other questions or need any other help, always contact the staff or you can scan these QR codes. Back to you.
Thank you, Jacob, for the very important information. I would also like to thank the Girl Scouts for coming out and putting them around the school. Now, our other host, Seth, has something special for us, so let's send it to him.
This week we have a special guest, Jason Doyle. He is a former Union City alumni. He is the executive producer at Oklahoma City News. How long have you been in the news?
Next April, I will actually be a broadcaster for 30 years.
Wow, that's really cool. What do you think of our journalism class here?
I actually love this journalism class. This has been one of my favorite things to do every year is come in and speak to the journalism class since the Union City UCTV took off about, 6 years ago now?
Yeah.
So I try to come out and I try to talk to kids and ask you guys if you got any questions. I've got 30 years of experience in all kinds of formats, in radio, television, print, digital, all kinds of stuff. So I hope I can share some of my experiences with you guys and see if this is a career you guys want to go and follow.
Yeah. Last time you were here 5 years ago, is that correct?
No, it was actually last semester.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
How was it different from then?
This time around, you guys are practical. I'm getting to see how you tape shows and do your writing and things like that. Last time I just talked to the classes, and that was kind of how it was a little bit different. You guys weren't working on projects at that point in time when I showed up that part of the week. But we shared what kind of story ideas you guys were going to follow and things like that, the news team. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, that was it for our special guest this week. Thank you. Back to regular news.
Thanks, Seth. We always love to see Union City alumni.
It was a blast having you this week. Thank you for letting us interview you. Next, we have an update about the student council race, so let's send it to Blake with the information.
Thanks, Seth. So as you guys may or may not know, the student council had their elections last week. The officers gave their speech and were uncontested. Paisley Locke won secretary, Frankie Walker won treasurer, and Seth Pregler, our anchor for this week, won vice president. And our editor, Adam Short, won president. Miss Armstrong is the facilitator of this program. I was able to get a quote from Adam Short, and he stated he is very excited for this school year and his mission as the president is more student and community involvement. He feels that we have never been together as a student body since he has been here, and he is here to change that. This year sounds like it would be a great one. Congrats to our Stuco officers. Back to you, Seth.
Thank you all for voting me into the position of vice president. I will be doing my best to represent you all to the best of my ability.
Congrats, Seth, on being elected.
Thank you, Kylie.
Now let's send it to Tyler for last week's sports updates.
Thank you, Kylie. The UCH sports teams are halfway through their seasons, and we are very proud of both of them. The Lady Tigers are now 9-5 and just recently came off a big extra inning win against Okarche. They also came away with the win at the Run Rolling Calumet. On the flip side, the baseball team won the runner-up trophy in the Mulhall Orlando tournament, which was their second one of the year. They also played in the Dover Festival last weekend, so we're hoping they did really well in that. We want to say congrats to both teams, and we're excited to see what they can do in the second half of their seasons. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tyler, for the sports updates. I would also like to congratulate McKenna DeLong on hitting her first ever fast pitch home run.
Yeah, congrats, McKenna.
Us Lady Tigers went on a 6-game winning streak before closely losing to Lakiba Sickles this past Tuesday.
Job well done to all the baseball and softball players. You guys played through the heat of last week's weather. And a more in-depth report is Grace.
Thank you, Seth. So early on in the week, it will be around the high 90s and the lows in the mid 70s. Other news that has happened around us is Hurricane Ida. It made a big appearance and thankfully has dissipated. Tropical Depression Kate has formed east of the Bahamas, but is not expected to make landfall. Closer to the African continent, Tropical Storm Larry has formed. We have had 12 named storms so far in 2021 hurricane season. It is officially fall storm season here in Oklahoma, so make sure you all stay weather aware. This is UCTV Weather, back to you.
Thank goodness that Hurricane Ida's dissipated. It would have been really bad if it would have hit at full force.
Yeah, no kidding. Hopefully nobody showed up to school on Monday because it was Labor Day. But I think that's all we have for this episode. Do you have anything else, Seth?
I don't have anything else. I'm Seth Pregler.
And I'm Kai Money, and this is UCTV.